Dramatic is the word, in fact, for the Indian naval rescue operation. 349 Indians from Aden, a port in the south of Yemen, to Djibouti, that's across the Red Sea. And these are the first pictures that you're seeing on board INS Sumitra. You can see some of those 349 Indians. Here they're in fact registering their documents. You can see them also on the deck of the INS Sumitra while it was docked at the Aden port. And here you can even see some sailors who are guarding it. Others with their documents were being checked there. First pictures coming in of a dramatic overnight rescue of 349 Indians from Yemen. They are on their way to Djibouti in the Horn of Africa, from where the Indian Air Force will step in and bring them back home, we believe possibly first to Mumbai and Cochin. So these are pictures of them registering on top of the deck of the INS Sumitra, waiting there, even with luggage. It's quite incredible. This is a warship, but there are 349 civilians with some of their luggage also on board. Let's just look at why it was so dramatic. Operation Rahat, as the Indian Navy is calling it. Sumitra was in testing a night rescue, because that's when it got permission to go into Aden. Sources also say that it sailed into a barrage of bombs, in the sense that Aden was in the middle of fighting between the two sides, the Saudi-led coalition and the Houthi rebels, and there was bombing and fighting all around Aden city in darkness. Sources say it was almost as if one hand had to look for another. The Navy has permission to make several journeys from Aden to Djibouti, but 349 Indians being taken out by the Indian Navy. And this is the route that they have taken. It's about 131 nautical miles, which is roughly about 131 miles as well. And they were at if we say that they're moving at a speed of 15 knots, it would take them about 9 hours. They're obviously taking longer. Apart from the INS Sumitra, there are two more Indian naval ships en route. The INS Mumbai and the INS Tarkash are on the high seas towards Yemen. Those two naval ships will be escorting and securing two passenger ships. The naval ships have high-tech weapons for protection while they do that. The two naval ships are escorting. They're securing, in fact, two passenger ships that we said sailed from Kochi and rendezvoused with the Navy ships in the Arabian Sea and then moving towards Yemen. In fact, we have pictures of the two passenger ships, which have a capacity of about 1,000 people, the merchant vessel Kavrati and the merchant vessel Coral. They have a capacity of about 1,000 passengers, and they're being taken in an escort towards Yemen. We're not sure whether they will actually dock in Aden or whether they will go to Djibouti. That will depend on the situation on the ground. These are pictures of the Kavrati, the merchant vessel Kavrati and the merchant vessel Coral, which are passenger ships, unlike the warships that we have just seen. Well, these ships could, let's look at some of the possibilities where they will go and how long it could take them. From Mumbai to Aden is about 1,657 nautical miles. So if we say that they're moving at 15 knots, they would take over 4 days. If they go to Djibouti, which is where the 349 Indians are currently going and the two Indian Air Force planes are flying them back home, is 1,780 nautical miles. It would take them at 15 knots over almost 5 days, in fact, to reach there. But there's another option if the security situation allows, moving further up north on the coast, which is actually in the southwest of the Yemen coast, which is one of the original plans, Al-Hudaydah. That's another port there, but again, Houthi rebels control that. But if people from Sana'a, which is where a majority of Indians are, manage to reach Al-Hudaydah, or the embassy and the ministry manages to get them there, they could in fact move out from Al-Hudaydah. And that's what the ministry in fact is doing, coordinating with the Navy, the Air Force as well, which is in the C-17 Globemasters, which can carry about 180 each, will be flying those Indians back to India from Djibouti. First picture there you're seeing there, and the ministry working closely in coordination with the Navy, Air Force and other authorities.
I can confirm to you that a national effort is underway to bring back our nationals who are engulfed in the turbulence in Yemen. Last night, the first phase of this national effort involving the Indian Navy was successful. We were able to evacuate approximately 350 of our nationals from Aden.